Chelsea and Fallon join us now to talk about what I think happens more often than you believe. Ladies, thank you for joining us. Both of you in Texas, appreciate it. So, Fallon, I had this happen to me. So when Chelsea got pregnant, you say immediately you realized that there'd be no more drinking mimosas and margaritas. There's no more, hanging out at the club. No more, what is it, Nine Inch Nails concerts, at least that you thought. Uh, how did you immediately recognize that the baby was going to change your friendship?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you are bringing another human into the world. So everything is completely different.
Chelsea, did you anticipate the change? Did you anticipate that so much of your friendship would fall to the wayside because of the baby?
I think I had this fantastic idea that everybody would just, it takes a village, right, Tamron? So, like, everyone's going to come in and they're going to help me raise this baby. And then the baby got here and people would come and visit and then they would leave. And so the reality set in that, like, oh, it does change every dynamic. And I don't
But in
think that.
particular, your friendship, though, because Fallon says she found herself, and I've been in this again. I know I keep saying I've been in this because I have. Like you said, she always wanted you to drive and come and visit her because her and the baby are stationary. Like you felt that you were having to bring the friendship to her home and that it wasn't being reciprocated anymore, that you were giving much more because the world focused around like this beautiful new baby.
Yeah,
Fallon.
well, and I know
Oh,
that
that's
I
a
felt
question
like
for me.
that's what. Oh, I didn't know who
That's
that was
okay. Go
for, but
for
I
it.
know that's how I felt that I asked everybody to do, right? Is that, like, I did feel like a little selfish because it does feel very one-sided when, getting a 6-month-old baby out of the house alone and driving anywhere is a task in and of itself. And then I felt like all of my friends had to put in all the effort to come and see me, and it was hard to reciprocate. And then they would get here and I would be like, what do we talk about other than breastfeeding? And oh, there was a big poopy diaper. And oh, look how cute she is when she makes this face. And oh, we're learning words. And oh, but those are not necessarily things that are exciting to the people who
Right.
don't have
So,
kids.
Fallon, what became frustrating for you that you had to, I guess, reassess your bestie in your relationship? What became so frustrating?
Well, I think it's that initial fear that, well, I'm not part of this special club. I'm going to be it's kind of set to the side, and because I'm not going to be doing mommy play dates, and I'm not going to be doing baby stuff. So I was really nervous that she's going to be like, well, I got to find mom friends now. Sorry.
So, let me, Chelsea, with you, and I love this, Chelsea, with you. So the baby comes in, and the world is centered around the baby. Friends, they're supposed to be there for you. Did you feel that Fallon and others weren't getting it, that you needed them there?
Um, I feel like I was very fortunate to have an incredible group of friends who did show up. Um, and check on me, and they were there, and I felt like that's all you can ask from a friend, right? They're
Right.
not going to be along to, like, raise them and perhaps contribute to college tuition, Aunt Fallon. But I felt like on my end I didn't have the same things. I couldn't participate in the same conversations that I had participated in for years with these people. These were my work buddies. We
Yeah.
talked about, producing news and the things that were current events and stuff like that. And now my entire universe centered around Harper, and I felt isolated. So I felt like they were showing up and they were doing what they
Yeah.
could for me, but I felt like it was not something that I was prepared for as an
I
individual
understand that. And
to
I,
feel that
I understand
isolated.
that. Fallon, how did you have a come to Jesus moment? Because, like, for me, I've set a limit on how many pictures of Moses I will send to my friends, especially those who don't have kids. I have them at a 1,000 picture a day limit. Everyone else gets 3,000. How did you curb correct?
Really, we had to just kind of sit down and have like one of those adult conversations, a
What did
candid
you say to
conversation.
her? What did you say?
It was actually her that said it to me
Mm.
because I think I was it was probably around her last day in the newsroom, and I was really fretting, and because I was losing one of our best producers and my best friend and somebody that I spend so much time with uh, every day. So she literally, because we're in cubicles next to each other, she like takes my hand and like looks at me straight in the eye and is like, Fallon, just because I'm leaving news does not mean I'm leaving you. And it's going to get a lot harder, but we have to make the effort. We have to make the effort to make this work. And I said, I'm in.
I love that. And that's what you have to do. So often we keep pushing it under the rug. And I had a friend write me a letter similarly that, we're in this, whether we are married or we have children or not, our friendship is not contingent upon those things. It's an added addition, but it's not contingent upon that. You can hold that baby and have a mimosa with her. You don't have to give up those things. And you can probably do it. And the baby will be happy because when mama's happy, the baby's happy. And friends make us happy. Well, I'm so happy you fixed it. I think a lot of people will relate to this. And thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Tamron.
Absolutely. Make
so
sure
much
you go
for
to our
having us.
show's website to talk about this.